My name is Christopher Kennedy. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner out of Salt Lake City, Utah. My favorite hobby is Jiu-Jitsu. My second favorite hobby is any other fighting style. For me, Jiu-Jitsu is the art of adaptability, and apart from simply learning about other martial arts, I want to see how well a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner can adapt to training with and competing against martial artists of completely different backgrounds. Today I find myself in Thailand, home to some of the world's most beautiful beaches, some of the world's best food, and home to one of the world's most hardcore fighting styles. And of course, I'm talking about Muay Thai. Those kids that you just saw fighting were about 10 years old. I don't know if you noticed, but their technique was spot on. I can only hope to be as good as them someday. And the key word there is hope. I really do hope to become a better stand-up fighter. And for that reason, I have come to Thailand. Now, here in Southeast Asia, I originally had my heart set on working out at a local gym. One of those gyms where you rarely see a foreigner. I thought that this would give me a more pure look at what Muay Thai training really is like. However, I realized when I got there that for the local fighters, training at a gym is almost like a weightlifter training at a fitness center here in the US. And by that I mean they pretty much make up their own workouts. They make up their own schedule and just show up to the gym and kind of do their own thing. Now, obviously it's not the same thing, but generally an average training session for one of the local fighters would be something like this. They show up and do whatever kind of a warm-up they want. They jump rope or bounce on a tire or go for a jog. After that, they go do their own shadow boxing for as many rounds as they feel like. And they go to a heavy bag and they practice their kicks or they practice whatever combinations they feel like practicing. And then after practicing that, sometimes they would find somebody in the gym to practice sparring with them or practice clinch sparring, or maybe practice some kind of technique work. Now, there were coaches at all of the gyms, but they weren't instructing them the whole time. Usually they just kind of sat there until a fighter came over and tapped on their shoulder and said, "Hey, will you hold pads for me?" And they'd say, "Yeah," and they'd hold pads for them for maybe like 5 rounds or so. Now, for the local Thai fighters, that was great. But for me, I needed some more structure in my workouts. I was very new to Muay Thai, so I needed somebody to kind of guide me, fix me when I was doing something wrong, because I knew I was doing a ton of stuff wrong. So I pretty quickly decided thereafter that I should go to one of the gyms that was specifically made for foreigners. I thought that I should avoid these gyms, but after a while I realized they make them for foreigners for a reason. One of those reasons is the language barrier. At the local gyms, the trainers and the students don't speak any English. At these gyms that are specifically made for foreigners, all the trainers speak a little bit of English. All the trainers are still Thai. They're all experienced Thai boxers. But they all have learned enough English that they can instruct the students and correct their problems. And the second thing is that the classes were very structured. The coaches would come out and tell you everything to do. They'd come out and say, "Hey, everybody grab a jump rope. We're going to do jump roping for 2 rounds for a warm-up." And you'd do it. And they'd say, "Okay, everybody, you're going to shadow box. Go freestyle this round." And then they'd watch us all. And then maybe they'd come over to one of us and say, "Hey, you, just work on your punches." Or, "Hey, you, I want to see you throwing more knees when you're shadow boxing." They'd give you a ton of personal instruction. Much better for your personal progression if you're actually trying to learn how to do Muay Thai well. And then, of course, they were there whenever you were hitting the heavy bag so they could correct you if you weren't twisting your hips enough or something like that. And then they'd always be there watching you spar. So whenever we'd be doing something like clinch sparring, they'd always be on the side of the ring yelling at you and trying to correct you and helping you improve your clinch. Now, there are a ton of gyms in Thailand that are made specifically for foreigners. I had heard that up north, especially in Chiang Mai, there's some pretty hardcore gyms. And then I heard that down south there's a lot of gyms for foreigners that kind of want to learn Muay Thai or maybe improve a little bit in Muay Thai, but they also want to be on vacation because all these gyms are right next to the beach. I eventually decided on going to a place called the Lanta Sport Resort. The Lanta Sport Resort is in southern Thailand. This resort is right next to the beach. I was able to go to the beach every day, and I love the beach. Secondly, they had really good Muay Thai classes. They had up to 6 Muay Thai classes a day. They only wanted each student to take a maximum of 2 classes a day, but if you went to more, they didn't care. Now, the classes supposedly weren't as hardcore as the Muay Thai classes that I could have gotten if I had gone to northern Thailand instead of to southern Thailand. But in my opinion, it was totally worth it so that I could be next to the beach. Also, there was a pretty decent fitness center at the Lanta Sport Resort. It just was a basic fitness center with some weights and machines and some yoga mats and stuff like that. And it wasn't very big, but it was never very crowded. Also had other fitness classes like CrossFit and some other things, but I never went to any of those. I mostly just did weight training, beach, and Muay Thai. And something else that was great about Lanta Sport Resort is that you could rent a room right next to the gym. Made it extremely convenient, and the rooms were pretty cheap too. They were really nice and pretty cheap. It was pretty cool. Let's go check it out. So I'm about to go to the beach, but I just wanted to show you guys my room really quick. The rooms are pretty nice. So I actually asked for a fan room because it was a little cheaper, and they only charged me for a fan room. But then when I got here, you can see right here, this is an air conditioning unit. They actually gave me an air conditioned room just because they were out of fan rooms. I have a refrigerator here, which is actually the first time I've seen a refrigerator, or the first time I've gotten a refrigerator in one of these rooms. Obviously a TV with cable. You're going to have cable no matter what whenever you rent out one of these rooms in Thailand or Cambodia because they pretty much just illegally get cable. Everyone down here does, and nobody seems to care. And nice big window with not much of a view, but it's nice to have a big window. Helps me wake up in the morning. Here's a quick look at the gym in Koh Lanta where I'm doing Muay Thai. Sorry, it's a little misty. It's a pretty cool, nice, this is the gym that's included with the kickboxing. Not big, but pretty nice. Something I really like about the gym is that you're not encouraged to wear shoes, or you're not required to wear shoes. As you can see, I'm not wearing them. These people over here aren't wearing them either. They actually have a place by the front door to leave your shoes. So, since a lot of people wear flip-flops, very different from in the American gym. Now, for every fighter that visits Thailand, there are 4 challenges. The first challenge is just getting your butt off the beach to start the other 3 challenges. Challenge number 2 is something we've all seen in an old school Muay Thai video or in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, and that is kicking down a banana tree. Challenge 3 takes a bit more preparation, because Challenge 3 is participating in a Muay Thai fight. Muay Thai practice is pretty straightforward. Start off with a light cardiovascular warm-up. Once you're feeling ready, head to the mats and stretch out for a little bit. After a good stretch, prepare your body and mind for practice with some shadow boxing. After practicing your combinations and working up a sweat, head to the bags and really start your workout. At this point in a training session, you have a few options. You can keep honing your skills on the heavy bag. You can learn some new skills from a teacher. You can hit the pads with a coach or a teammate. Or you can grab a partner and get some sparring in. So, just had my very last practice before my fight. I fight later today. I didn't train at all yesterday, and today all they had me do was learn what they call a waikru. A waikru, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It is a little dance that you do. It's like a ritual dance that you do before a Muay Thai fight. And they just taught me a really basic, simple one to kind of show respect to the opponent. It turns out that I'm going to be fighting a Thai guy. I'm going to be fighting a guy from here, from Thailand. And I wanted to fight another Westerner. I wanted to fight another foreigner because the Thai people here have been fighting their whole lives. One of the instructors here who I'm training with at Lanta gym, he has a 13-year-old son who has over 100 fights. 13 years old with over 100 Muay Thai bouts already. So I know that whoever I'm going to be fighting is going to have way more experience than me. But they said they were going to try to match me up with someone around my level. So I don't know if they're going to find a Thai guy who's super new to this or what, or if they just couldn't find anybody at my level. But either way, I fight in about 10 hours and I'm looking forward to it. It's fight night finally, and I'm actually walking to the stadium right now to compete. There are these posters all over the place with my face on them. I guess it's one of the few things to really do here in Lanta. They put up these flyers all over the place whenever there's a fight coming up, and they just happened to make me the main event, or maybe the co-main event. I wasn't quite sure, just because of the language barrier, and my instructors are talking to me and telling me what's going on. I am stuck walking to the stadium. It's about a 40-minute walk, and I'm actually not bothered by it. I'm actually very grateful for the opportunity to walk. I've been doing very little today since I'm fighting today. This walk is actually very therapeutic for me. It's allowing me just to calm down, and it's also giving me a little bit of a warm-up too, a very gentle warm-up for my legs. The warm-up for a Muay Thai fight is very unique. It consists largely of being rubbed down with this very potent oil. The oil kind of reminded me of Icy Hot or Bengay. I'm very ticklish, so some parts of this warm-up were a little torturous. Every Muay Thai fight starts with two things. First, with blaring this music that people tend to have mixed feelings about. Second, with paying respect through a Wai Kru. A Wai Kru is typically a dance that's used to show respect to your trainer and to your opponent. It's also a bit of a warm-up, and it helps to get your mind focused for the fight that's about to ensue. My Wai Kru consisted mostly of bowing. I didn't know how to do any of the cool dancing that other Thai boxers know how to do. So something pretty cool, if you look at my corner on the right side, he gives me a blessing right as the fight is about to start. And then he takes off my Mongkol. The Mongkol is that headband that I was wearing during my White Crew. And speaking of White Crew, something I didn't mention, traditionally the White Crew was also done to show respect to the king. Obviously the king isn't here watching, so that's not really the case now, but traditionally it was, and more specifically it was actually used as an apology to the king for the brutality that was about to occur. Now, this fight was 5 rounds and it lasted about 20 minutes. Because of that, I've decided to fast forward through a few parts, but you're still going to get a very clear idea of how the fight went. Now, watching this fight, I realized that I am not, by any means, a boxer. As you watch, or as I watch anyway, it looks like my kicks are pretty good. My knees, elbows, and clinch work are pretty solid as well. But I see that my boxing is lacking quite a bit, so, you know, don't be too judgmental. Just enjoy. Now, typically round 1 in a Muay Thai fight is used to kind of fill out the opponent. It's usually a fairly gentle round. This guy, however, was trying to knock me out from the get-go. People were telling me before the fight to kind of go easy in the beginning. They would say, in Muay Thai, the real fight doesn't start till round 2. And some people told me that it didn't actually start till round 3 even. But as you watch this fight, I hope it's as obvious to you now as it was to me then that this opponent of mine was trying to hurt me. And he did hurt me too. I'll show you some of my battle wounds after the fight's over. Now, here you see the first knockdown of the fight. I threw a kick, and while I was on only one leg, he chopped the tree, so to speak, and I went down. There were 9 knockdowns this fight. That was the first of 9, so I'll try to point out all of them to you. And round 1 definitely went to the Thai guy. Notice 2 things here that are very unique to Muay Thai. First, the combatants don't start fighting when the bell goes off. The ref is still wiping water off of us, and you can see that one of my cornermen is even still trying to stretch me out. The second thing is the music. Pay attention to its tempo as the fight goes on, and you'll notice that it actually gets faster with every round. The beginning here of round 2 is actually a little embarrassing for me. This Thai guy was fighting really hard, and he kind of forced me to ignore a lot of my technique. I suspect that my coaches weren't too disappointed in me, however, because I was able to make up for my sloppiness in this round with this sweet knockdown here, which is knockdown number 2 of the fight. Fast forward through a little bit here. We put on a really good show, but I'm just going to take us to round 3. And round 2 goes to the American. And here in the beginning of round 3, I get possibly the best kick of the fight in on this guy. Right here. Bam! That one definitely hurt him, but it did not slow him down, not even a little bit. Now this Thai guy, he was one of the tallest Thai people I met. He was one of the few that I met who was actually taller than me, and he definitely used it to his advantage in the fight. Apart from having more reach than me, he also was able to use downward elbows. Check this out right here. Boom! Right on top of my head. That one hurt. It's typically a move that a taller opponent does to a shorter opponent. And man, this guy was good at it. He actually hit me with one of those earlier. And then, of course, he gets another knockdown right there. That's the 3rd knockdown of the fight. He was feeling pretty good, but I came back pretty hard, and we had a really tough third round. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because there's nothing too special about it, but we put on a pretty good show. Now, between rounds 3 and 4, I was dead. I was super tired, and I honestly did not want to keep fighting. I specifically remember thinking, geez, I wish this was only a 3-round fight. My coach, though, was a great cornerman, and he told me that this round, all I needed to do was punch, clinch, and knee. And so that is all I tried to do for the whole round. I would just punch, try to clinch with him, and knee. You'll see that I threw very few kicks. However, when I did not try to rush him with punches, he got a few really good shots on me, so I had to keep reminding myself to do my coach's technique. And you see he just elbowed me right there, and it made me really mad. So I really wanted to elbow him back in the face. I usually don't get very mad in fights. I'm usually pretty good at keeping my emotions under check. But man, I just wanted to elbow him back in the face. And so I try to do it again right here. Right here. Just really wanted to give him a taste of what he gave me. I don't know why I was so mad. And then right there, the 4th knockdown of the night. It was kind of a trip. I'm not sure they're actually legal in Muay Thai. But his foot was just right there, and I just had to do it. And the ref didn't seem to mind, so I guess it was okay. Another elbow to his face. At that point, I think I was pretty satisfied that I'd hit him enough. Elbowed him enough in the face. And then right here, 1, 2, boom! Dropped him with knees to the stomach. So that was the 5th knockdown of the night. The 3rd knockdown by yours truly. And here we start round 5. Last round, best round, as my coach in Utah would say. What's funny is after I got that knockdown, I turned around and raised my arms. I was so happy. In Muay Thai, you're supposed to be super respectful. There's the 6th knockdown of the night, my 4th. Anyway, just like an arrogant American, I turned around, turned my back to him, lifted my arms in the air. There's another knockdown, pushed him down against the ropes. 7th one of the night. He was super tired at this point, and I could tell. I could smell the blood. After knocking him down 2 times in the first few seconds of this round, I just really wanted to get a knockout. So I was going super hard. Just need him in the head right there. The ref pulled us apart, otherwise I would have kept going at him. Here I get him again. Boom. That's the 8th knockdown. And here I try for another trip. Get it. That's the 9th knockdown. That's my 4th one this round. And the ref had us keep going, but it was obvious that this guy was just so tired that they just ended it. And once again, the Homeless Ninja comes out victor. There's the ref raising his hand, indicating red corner. Man, that felt so good to win. And after getting your hand raised, you're supposed to go to the opposite corner and get a drink from his coach. It's a way to show no hard feelings, I guess. By the way, those shorts, Not my idea to wear. I had on a real slick pair of black and red Muay Thai shorts, but those blue ones had the gym logo on them, so literally like 2 minutes before my fight, they made me change shorts.
That's big. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. Couple crap. That's my battle wound. Hopefully I'll have a gnarly scar there for the rest of my life. I'm here in this dirty middle of nowhere. This guy's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna stitch me up or what. Wow. Whoa. Ouch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And finally, the most difficult of all the challenges, Challenge 4, which is of course, actually finishing all of the food you order.
Can I get a spring roll? And fried chicken with cashew nut? Also masaman curry, but just vegetable. And pad thai with vegetable. And watermelon fruit shake. Also order one of the banana coconut dishes.
Is it okay?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that one. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thus ends my Muay Thai excursion. It was a ton of fun, and I actually wish that I was still on it. My score for Muay Thai, 2 thumbs, way up. It was honestly one of the most fun things I have ever done. I want to thank everyone for watching. This video was a lot of work, but it was such a good experience for me. If there are any other martial arts styles or gyms that you would like to see reviewed, please leave a comment in the section below or go ahead and send me a personal message, and I will consider them for a future episode. Big thanks to my teammates and coaches at Lanta Gym. It was a ton of fun training with you guys, and you guys taught me so much. You guys gave me the 2 best souvenirs that a man could ask for. 1, good experience, and 2, a freaking awesome Harry Potter scar on his forehead. And finally, good luck everyone with your fitness goals and with your martial arts pursuits.